What's going on, RGV? I'm Vinny D. We're back here for another episode of First Rounds on Me with Vinny D. And this time our guests, Matt and the Herdsmen, man. And you know what? It's going to be a good episode because it's the first time, our first episode with the full band. And man, I'm excited, man. You know what? Let's go ahead and make this official. We'll kick it off.
Here you go, Ruben.
All right, everybody. There you go. We'll try not to spill it all over everybody.
Cheers,
there you
mate.
go. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Nothing like a cold brew on a hot day. All right, man. So you guys mind if I pry a little bit about the band? So first off, introduce yourselves and let everybody know what your role is in the band.
All right.
Somebody fucking start, man.
Well, you can look into the camera. Yeah, my camera. Well, I'm Ruben. I play the drums.
I'm Daniel. I play bass.
Omar, pedal steel guitar player.
Beto, guitar.
Matt, frontman, lead singer. Matt the Herdsman.
That's Matt. That's the Herdsman.
Guitar.
And today we're herding Josh and I. Anyway, so I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions, and hopefully this thing goes over smoothly. Let's see. So we want to start off for where is everybody from, really? I mean, because I know you're from Edinburgh. Where is everybody else?
I'm Houston born, live in Mercedes though. I came down to the Valley in '98, so I've been in Mercedes since '98. So I'm from Mercedes.
Okay. What about
Edinburgh.
you, brother? Edinburgh?
Born in McAllen.
You're not
Edinburgh.
born and raised in Edinburgh, right?
No, I was born in, partially raised in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What about you, brother? Mission, Texas.
Yeah.
How about there?
Born and raised Edinburgh, Texas.
There you go. See, now, I just want to let you guys know before we get kicked off, this is going to be, like I said, it's the first one with everybody together, so whoever wants to take questions, you guys can go ahead and just direct them over your way. Yeah, it's a free-for-all. So you know what? Actually, just raise your hand and I'll kick on. I'll call, okay? So we were talking earlier. Actually, I want Matt to take this one. We were talking earlier about some stuff that the band's got going on. Because you guys are super active. Can you fill in everybody on what you guys have been going through recently? How can I say it the right way? What's the current status and what's going on with Matt and the Herdsmen?
Current status, we just released a radio single out on Texas radio and Oklahoma, Kansas, and internet radio. So that single is doing good, Miss My Chance. It's off our upcoming album called Still Sane, which is going to be released in September. So we released a single. I was current on a radio tour, went all the way up to Kansas, Oklahoma, all over Texas, and it's good to be back home. So we got the single. We're getting ready to get all the back end of it, like the album artwork, publicists, getting everybody aware of what's coming up as far as the album. And then we're in the works right now trying to do a CD release tour. So that CD release tour should be happening in September. We got a couple of dates locked in already. Just got to confirm some more. And then trying to get everything situated. That's pretty much where the status is right now. And of course, writing new music, new material to show, let everybody know where we're from. And that's the most important thing, is just keep moving forward musically. Keep everything fresh and always bring in new music. And that's what's pretty important to us.
Man, you guys are out of town a lot. What does the out-of-town Matt and the Herdsmen band consist of?
I guess.
What's the band?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Occasionally.
Ever since we got the band van, that's a suicide van, I guess you could say, because you never know what's going to happen. It's an 06 van, so you know
It's hit or miss.
I call it.
This one is with the 1800s.
I call it the thunder. Because when we take off, the thunder rolls.
That was, you know what? You get a tip of the glass, the cheesiest joke of the interview. And you know what?
And it just started.
Yeah, we just started. Speaking of cheesy joke, hold on. I brought my cowboy hat for this interview, and I hope everybody likes it.
That's pretty nice.
that's pretty cowboy with the Reba shirt too. Don't forget Reba.
Hey, but you still gotta represent. You still gotta represent Dime with
Dime
the,
right there,
absolutely. And by the way, we're sitting here in Hillbillies, so I thought it would just be absolutely fitting to wear my hat, and I got it just for this interview, just to let you know. So, anyhow, I'm already liking how this is going. It's going really good. Like hanging out. This is literally what we were doing before we hit action.
Play, record.
I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
I asked you about your lap steel, and you said absolutely not. That's not what I do. It's
They call it a cheese grater. No, I'm kidding.
you told me earlier.
So when I play, it's a pedal steel guitar, and there's different kinds of guitars. I play on a single neck, but they also make them in double necks. When you refer to it as a lap steel is different.
Okay.
Lap steel is just basically a steel guitar that sits on your lap, but it's got no pedals, knee levers. Mine has pedals and knee levers to make different.
Yeah, because you're not only doing all this up here, man. You've got shit going on down here. You're stepping on things. You're sliding things over, and it's really,
it's like that scene, that last scene in The Wizard of Oz when they discover
Pay no attention to that man on the pedal steel, whatever you call it, the cheese grater. It really is something to see, man, and it really adds that perfect. It's like the last perfect ingredient for a really good country music. And we were talking about you on the way over here. How amazing and how clean you got that whole. You know what I mean? It's just like it's super country, super clean, man. I mean, it's great, dude. I think all you guys add, man, just the perfect amount of herdsmen to the mat.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Have a little edge.
I played a show one time in Canyon Lake, and this girl came up to me. She's like, "Oh my God, you're so good at the keyboard." we played a show. We played a show at Adair's in Dallas one night, and this girl was standing right next to my steel, and she was just looking at it. And God, funniest story I've ever had on the road. But she's there, she's sitting there, and she's standing next to me, looking at it and whatnot. Well, we come to our break, and she's like, "Man, that's a beautiful banjo." And I said, and I was like, "That's not a banjo." What so happened that night, I was wearing a Doors shirt, and it's got a picture of Jim Morrison, like, dead on stage in California.
Okay, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, is that the name of your band?" And I was like, "The Doors?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "This guy's dead. Like, this is fucking Jim Morrison."
You should have said, "Yeah, we're the Doors, and now you can leave my fucking show, you idiot. Get the hell out of here."
Don't ever look at my banjo like that.
So anyway, Matt, this one's for you, bro. Is there a method to the amount of out-of-town shows versus your hometown shows? Is there a method to that? The madness behind the amount of shows you play here and out of town?
Yeah, no, I think the goal that we had set, so beginning of the year, we decided we're going to set our goals for the band, and we needed to have, okay, what do we want to do as Matt and the Herdsmen? What are we trying to do? So when we sat down, we said we want to play more out-of-town shows. That was the goal for us. We love our hometown. We love the Rio Grande Valley. We love playing here, but we need to spread the music, and we need to get the word out about new material, new music, stuff that we've already done in the past of our first album. So when we all sat down at my apartment, we said, okay, what are we going to do? And everybody wanted to play more out-of-town shows. So since, I go out and send emails, and I just try to push for out-of-town shows because I want the music to be heard. It's hard. They're not always going to pull the trigger on you because they don't know anything about you. So I try to do my best as I can to help us get out of town. We've been fortunate and blessed enough to achieve those goals, but that's just a part one of that goal. The part two of it is to be in front of a bigger crowd and to have them help spread the word. So there is a strategy, there is a method to Matt and the Herdsmen, and not only the musical side, but also the business aspect of it, because we're not signed with a label. We don't have an exclusive booking agent. A lot of it is in-house.
So they still go by the term DIY bands?
Yeah,
okay.
And we're kind of that. We are that, DIY bands. Everything we do it ourselves. When it comes down to the mold, we have the way. It's this way, and this is what's working.
And
let's keep it running that way.
Not under anybody else. Not so-and-so in the office is telling so-and-so to tell us how to run our business. That's
exactly.
Cool, man.
And that's just setting goals. Like, everybody has a role in this band. Beth will create set lists for the show because he knows that musical side. I write songs. Danny Boy is our sound engineer. And he is the one that makes it sound good. Everybody has a part in this band.
Light man.
lighting guy,
Ruben does a lot of
Ruben.
stuff.
We have a
That's
light
pretty
setup,
crazy how he does that.
and he creates his own. He gets illuminations, like it's all set, but he is creative with it, and
That's
that's
cool.
and I'll turn around, and all my guys know the look. When I give that look, like smiling, like, oh hell yeah,
It's on.
I like that.
Is it, do you do this? Hell
No,
no.
I don't. I kind of. They just know the look.
It's like a
and
Popeye with a
it's-
pipe kind of
It's
look.
Besides smirk.
it's a
Billy
sad
Idol.
smirk. It's one of those deals where it's like,
Do you flash that little dimple off to the side?
I do.
You can eat cereal in a dimple.
I skated in it one time.
Did you skate? You know what? I got lost in it the first time I met him. It was beautiful. Hey, so you know what? I'm going to cut you off.
Go
I
for
need
it.
to ask drummer band back here. We talked about 8th grade talent shows.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about our influences and stuff like that. So you're sitting behind a kid in a country band, like a country band.
Right.
Tell everybody what you were doing in 8th grade and what kind of music you were doing. It wasn't always country.
Well, no, it wasn't always country. 8th grade, I was actually playing with a heavy rock, maybe even a metal type of band with upperclassmen.
Nice.
Yeah, I was the 8th grader, and they were maybe juniors in high school. And we played. What were we doing? Those guys.
You're doing Kill Switch.
Well, that was my senior year with my own class, Kill Switch. Now with the seniors, when I was an 8th grader, we did
Metallica? That band Metallica?
we did
I don't know who that
Toxicity
is.
by System of a Down.
Alcoholica.
Yeah.
So it's not always been country music, and you know what? Actually, it's a perfect time to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages from our hope to be soon sponsors.
Hope to be.
So you just let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2.
And we're back again here, sitting with Matt and the Herdsmen here at Hillbillies in McAllen. And once again, before we even get going, we want to thank everybody here at Hillbillies, the staff that they're setting up bar right now. We're totally imposing on their regular routine. We really appreciate it. Thank you to RC and all the guys, man. So anyhow, and to Matt for setting it up. Anyhow, just before our quick little break, we were talking about influences and stuff like that, and I want to take a question off of Facebook. Last episode we did, I just happened to ask Facebook if they had any questions for our guest, and it went off pretty well. So we got one here from actually our last guest, Greg Garza from Arzalis, and he wants to ask, and this is a really good question. I wish I could come up with good shit like this. Greg, we're going to be talking soon. What are Matt's personal music influences, especially not related to your genre?
It's my country.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had older cousins who were into, I guess, the grunge rock scene. So growing up, I was introduced to Tool, Days of the New, Pearl Jam, a lot of these things I didn't know, but I love the guitar licks. I love the grunge side of it. And then had an older cousin that was into the Eagles. So I remember my cousin's name's Jaime Cavazos. I remember he came down from Austin. He's like, "Hey Theo, hey, check this out." And he played the whole solo part to Hotel California.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How old is this kid?
He was, at the time, I don't know how old he was. He was probably like in his 20s or something.
Grew up to be Randy Rhoads.
And so that kind of just blew me away with the guitar. And I remember when I first bought my guitar, he was like, "Hey, I want you to play this chord progression, and I'm gonna play over it."
Okay.
So I was like, "Hell yeah!" I just learned the chords like A minor, E, G, A,
throw a C in
whatever.
there.
So I started playing that, and all of a sudden he just starts going over, and I was just amazed of like what you can create as a musician, and I fell in love with it. So, the rock scene has always been in there too, just as much as the rap scene has been in there. Growing up, believe it or not, listening to Tupac,
A little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything. Dr. Dre. I had a cousin that was into that stuff too, so I had a little bit of both, and they all play little influences, more of the grunge in a sense. Like I said, I love Days of the New.
I love Days of the New. Travis Meeks,
Yeah,
I love him.
I really enjoy their music, and believe it or not, when I was a senior in high school, when I was playing basketball, before the warm-ups, I would listen to Days of the New before we went into the gymnasium.
I think my favorite Days of the New song's got to be Weapon in the Wound.
Yeah.
Love that one, man. It's got like a clarinet or something on
I like, I think the song is Now.
Now?
Now.
What about Oh, whatever. That's Days
Yeah,
of the New.
that's
Fucking
it.
Travis Meeks got all cracked out. Anyway, so let's ask a question. Let's ask a question back here to the bass player, man. What's your favorite venue so far, and one you look forward to playing in the future? And it has a question mark and an exclamation point.
I believe it has to be the Melody Ranch in Waco, Texas.
Melody Ranch in Waco. Why?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, we got to do our own sound. They have a great sound system, and it was the best live recording I've ever gotten. I love to record the guys live.
Oh, okay.
And what we do, we send each other tracks and we practice to the track. So we're always practicing to our own live show.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Or
actually
listening,
really
just-
smart.
yeah.
Or just listening in general. And I believe that's the show where we had a lot of energy.
A big fucking
Yeah.
stage and dance floor
A
too.
big fucking stage. So
Big
the
fucking
Melody Ranch,
stage.
they got a big fucking stage.
True story. The guy was like the owner that said yes to us, pulled the trigger. We walk in, and his first thought was, who are a bunch of young cats again coming in, think they know, think they're the shit.
Yeah.
But we were professional through and through. Got set up. We did our sound check, and the guy comes up, and the stage is pretty tall, so he's hanging over the stage, resting his elbows on the stage. He's like, and at the time, our booking agent was like, I'm gonna tell Kelly, where the fuck where's she been hiding, you guys? Where the fuck have y'all been, or whatever, right? And I thought, oh shit, I thought we were gonna get in trouble. But y'all guys sound amazing, and that's all part of Danny and the guys being tight, and he was like, all right, we'll see how you do in your live show. That's just sound check.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, all right, but he told me that after the fact. But that show was just high intensity, straight through, song after song. It goes back to beds, curating those set lists, and it's like everybody has a role.
And they gave us a beer tab too, so
It was a big-
It's a great time.
Here's a sound check, buddy. Don't get too. We didn't blow our load on sound check. You got a lot more coming.
We got a lot more.
Hey, you know what? I want to rewind to back when the second time I seen you guys at Museum not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
You were talking about how you guys were all these. Man, I want to say you got like a song of the. What were we talking about?
Yeah. We were previously we've been nominated for New Band of the Year and Single of the Year back in 2016 on the Texas charts that we're affiliated with that everybody reports to, which is a Texas Regional Radio Report.
Okay.
And so they had these awards, and we were, amazed that a band together only for about 2.5 years was able to, I guess, get nominated.
It's a milestone.
It's a milestone for us, and then when we found out again, 2017, we were nominated again for New Band of the Year. I was like, wow. Okay.
What's the current status on that one?
We're in the second round right now, semifinals, and I think after. Maybe tonight we're going to be in the next round. Hopefully we'll make it to the final round, and that's where it really counts, because at the end of the day it's the fans that vote, not the program directors or radio people. It comes down to the fans, and so I don't know how we got nominated. I don't.
Well, I can tell you, you're really fucking good. That's how you got nominated.
So it just turned into that. Pedal to the metal,
Pedal steel to the metal steel.
yeah.
Hashtag
Second
no
corny
days
joke to an
off.
empty to an empty
Tip the hat to you there.
Where's that second round?
I want to move on to a question that I wrote down literally 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes ago. I think that was the beginning of the interview. 15 minutes ago, I wrote down when it comes to radio, you guys have tapped in already to airwaves. We were just talking about it. How long have people been hearing your originals on the airwaves? And off the top of your head, what radio stations do you know of that have your music playing?
It's nice. Just say that right away.
I guess the music been out for about a year now, almost 2 years now.
On air.
On air, 2 years. So
Okay.
we released 4 singles already on air, on Texas radio. 4 singles. Miss My Chance is the newest one on the radio, and stations, man, they're all over the U.S. Internet radio helps get fans outside of the United
Australia.
States, Australia, France, Switzerland,
Australia?
Germany.
Yeah.
So there is a market in Australia for country.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Keith Urban wasn't talking shit this whole time with his
No,
hair
he
straightener,
wasn't.
right?
Yeah, no, he
Dude,
wasn't.
You promised
Japan
me.
has a huge honky tonk.
Are you serious?
Look it up on
It's
YouTube
a honky
tonight.
tonk.
Like,
You have to honk.
you got to honk the tonk.
Promise me you guys never straighten your hair like Keith Urban. I just can't take that guy seriously.
part it
It's kind of like the way people are trying to take me seriously with this cowboy hat on right now.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, what stations aside from like internet radio? Thanks, man. By the way, it's like this guy in the back. You look pretty good.
Get him a beer. Get him a beer.
Get this man a beer. Yeah. So what stations? You're on definitely on KTEX. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, we got some support from KTEX, but we also have Kansas, Oklahoma, Washington State, Rhode Island.
And you're talking these states, multiple stations in the state, right?
Yeah, they have to be at least two in that state.
That's
it
awesome,
just
dude.
depends where you go. Texas is the center of everything, and we have maybe 20-25 stations playing us weekly, and they're in the teens, so I know we're getting some spins out there, but it's building relationships when you go to those stations. Music gets your foot in the door, but you continue that relationship when you go and see them in person. You get to know them on a one-on-one personal level, not just, hey, you're the DJ, play my songs, and I'm gonna get to the next town. That's not the way the business scene. It's not the way the music scene works.
Yeah.
From a radio standpoint, all the way through musicianship and bands that we hang out with, or we're able to open up for. It's being human beings and being humble, being grateful for that opportunity. Because after this next single, I don't know if we're gonna have another one out. We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. So you have to take everything. It can't be as it's happening. So that's the crazy thing about the music scene, and it plays with your emotions. It messes with your emotions so bad. I'm probably not the first person to say this, but when your music is being played, it's a great feeling. When our first song, Dance All Night, got played at Hillbillies.
Being played right now.
Yeah, is that you guys? I was about to say, hey, turn that fucking music off. But if you guys being played right now,
Let it play.
actually, we need that spin.
Yeah.
We're waiting on a royalty check,
Too
Vinny. Shut
clean.
the fuck up.
It's radio. Radio's good. Radio helps. I think that's what helped us got our foot in the door too. And that places like, hey, venues are like, are you getting played in our stations? Yes, sir, we are. Or, yes, ma'am, we are. Okay, cool. Then we're going to take a listen, and then we're going to bring a following. So it's a lot of DIY, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's a lot of DIY.
I think in the end, though, it's more rewarding when you've gotten to a place that you put yourself at. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
I think it's more rewarding.
It's very rewarding for these
So,
guys too.
just as we're starting to wrap this up, I just want to let you guys know, man, if you've never seen Matt and the Herdsmen, the first time I got to see them was out at a St. Patty's Day block party.
Oh, right on.
And I got to meeting these guys, and it was like I'd always known Matt and the guys. Like, we just right away hit it off, and super great guys. They just get along with everybody. When I first got to talking to him, you were talking to the manager of the bar that we were at, and she was absolutely in love with this guy, and I was like, man, I want to be in love with this guy too. But I fell in love with the whole clan, man. I really enjoy this band. Is there any plugs you want to plug? Your social media, anything like that before we finish up?
Yeah, Twitter, Matt and the Herds, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, our website, mattandtheherdsman.com. Spotify, add us on Spotify. Go follow us, click, we get verified, and I don't know if I missed anything else. Come to our shows. That's most importantly. Support local music, support country music in general, and share the music. That's much we can say, really.
Coming up in the next couple of weeks or whatever, what do you guys got coming up? Say like July, August, September, what do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, July we have a couple of shows out of town, Snyder, Waco. We have a couple local shows here in the Rio Grande Valley, and then we get ready to kick off our CD release tour outside of the valley.
Nice. Are you going to have a CD release party here?
We're going to have it here. We're still debating on what venue or whatever, but it's just trying the logistics of things. But we'll be home. We're gonna end it here, and that's where we're gonna give it back to.
I'll make sure and be at that one for sure, man, because I won't be kicking shit and with my boots. What do they call them? Cockroach killers.
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, I always wear sandals, man. Actually, every episode so far, people have been cracking jokes at my holy shorts and my sandals, but that's just me, man. Anybody want to add anything before you guys? Anything Matt left out, or? Because it's a bunch of you guys. Lately, I've been just one guy. So.
A big thanks to Rick and Eddie Reyes from Seven Drums.
Seven
They've been
Drums.
really good family to us.
They boarded us when we were playing out in Beaumont.
Really?
We went for a show up there. First time ever been out there. They had never seen us, and we went to showcase. We did our thing as we usually do, kick some ass, and the guys at Seven Drums just took us in.
That's cool, man. I'd board them. I'd waterboard their asses.
Surfboard,
Surfboard, skateboard, paddleboard, whatever.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I gotta say, guys, it's been an absolute. I didn't think this was gonna go any other way. I knew it was gonna go just like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed, man, because they are a riot, man. Matt and the Herdsmen, ladies and gentlemen, from the Rio Grande Valley. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.